good morning, good afternoon. Sorry for the delay. There are some hiccups here, internet connectivity, but this right now, not internet, but technology, yes. Teacher Peter, thank you very much for watching and thank you for being live on Teachers TV Africa. We are starting, and at least I would like us to get like 3 or 4 people on the platforms that we can start officially. But before we start, let me take this opportunity to thank you for always watching and following Teachers TV Africa. May God bless you. And the main objective of Teachers TV Africa is purely to transform education and to transform or to inform and transform nations. Yes, that is our main objective, to inform and transform nations. And today we are going to be looking at something, and basically that's about how to prepare a winning Mandela Washington application. And this video is brought to you by Teachers in Need and Teacher TV Africa, and it is sponsored by like the video. Don't forget to comment and share your opinions. Yes, also sharing the video. To start with, as other people are joining us or will be joining us along the way, it's all about, before applying for this program, there are so many things that you have to put into consideration. But the first thing is, this is my slogan and it will always be my slogan: winners never quit and quitters never win. Winners never quit and quitters never win. So for us to win, we shouldn't quit. If you quit, it simply means you won't win. That's the first thing that we should all know. No quitting. No quitting. Yes. Then the second thing is, what we all have to know is, for us at least to have the best out of the program, for us to have the best out of the program, a moment. Sorry, for us to have the best out of this. For us to have the best out of this program is purely if we take time to understand everything about the Mandela Washington Fellowships. The good thing, the number is, winners never quit and quitters never win. So never quit. The Mandela Washington Fellowship is going to teach you so many things, and you can use the same knowledge also to apply in other things. Yes. So if you are new here, don't forget subscribing. And subscribing is all about pressing the red button and also liking the video. I'm also putting on the Uganda Cranes. This is a t-shirt from Uganda. This is the Uganda Cranes jersey. I'm a Ugandan and I'm proud to be a Ugandan. I think we need some lights. Let me see if we need, I believe, yeah, we need some more lights. Yeah, I'm from Uganda and I'm very proud of being a Ugandan. So we are starting. The reason why so many people apply once, twice, thrice, 4 times and they're never chosen is simply because of a few things that we don't put into consideration. And for your information, you should know that for a person to be picked as a Mandela Washington Fellow, there are so many things that you have to do right. And today I'm going to be answering a number of questions, and I've written them down. The first one: what is the Mandela Washington Fellowship? Why was it started? Those are some of the things that you should answer yourself before even applying. Why should you apply? When should you apply? What mistakes do so many applicants do? What is expected from you? And if a person is a reader, what would they expect to read from your application? Yes, so those are some of the things that we should put into consideration before applying for the fellowship, or even before submitting our application. Even before submitting just your application. And to start with, I'm starting with only one thing. One of the mistakes that we all do, we think it's all about just applying and submitting, but there are so many things that have to be done. And I start with my personal journey. Personally, if you have any question, put the question in the comment section. I am a university student and I've none of the professional experience, so I still have chances of doing an application. Yes, I think I'll be answering all the questions, and I'm just writing them down. So at the end of the day, I'll be answering all your questions. That is from a university student. I'll be answering all your questions. So kindly don't forget to share your questions. Put them in the chat room. So we are going to be looking at this in three ways. First, we are going to be focusing on why should you apply, how should you apply. Then we shall also look at the mistakes that people make while applying. Then we shall also look at your questions, that section of question and answer. Then also the final section or the final minutes, I'll give you the tips on how to write a successful application. And if you write it well, you'll be selected if you are prepared. Yeah. So let us get started. As I say, this video is sponsored or brought to you by Teachers TV Africa. Teachers TV Africa and Teachers in Need, those are the organizations that we started in Uganda. The Teachers TV Africa, its main objective is to inform and transform lives on nations. And so far we have over 1,800 subscribers, and thank you for being part of them, and thank you also for sharing this with others so that they can subscribe. And currently I'm in the United States, in Florida. That's why I'm recording this video, and it is still daytime. I'm also in the United States simply because of the US government. This same program, I came under a program called the Alumni Enrichment Program. Yes, though it ended some weeks ago, but I'm still doing other things in the US. So I'll be returning back to Africa hopefully in September. And it's an opportunity for me, and I don't take it for granted. So I also take this opportunity to appreciate the US government, the Mandela Washington Fellowship, President Barack Obama, the Georgia State University where I was studying from, and IREX for doing a great job for us. And one thing that I'll tell you, the Mandela Washington Fellowship is a program that can't leave you the same. If you take time and appreciate it and at least learn or give it your whole and succeed by the grace of God, you won't get it wrong. So any person who has a comment, kindly share it in the comment section. And if you're new here, subscribe, like. The like button means a lot to the video. So I'm starting with this. Why the Mandela Washington Fellowship? Yes, that is one of the things that we should always ask ourselves. And what is the Mandela Washington Fellowship? Mandela Washington Fellowship is one of the most prestigious fellowships on the African continent that basically empowers young African leaders who have dreams of changing their nation, changing their lives, changing their societies, changing their countries, and changing the narrative of things. And that is one of the narratives of Teachers TV Africa, to change the narrative of Africans through education and also human development. So I believe that is one of the reasons why God enabled us to be picked. So we are starting with this. Now we are starting with a mistake. This is the mistake that so many applicants do. And I believe I'm giving you 10 seconds so that you can get a pen and a paper. Be writing these things. 10 seconds. I'm counting. Thank you. I believe right now you are ready with a pen and a paper. And there's a saying that the oldest ink is better than the best memory. Yes. As Teacher Peter, at least God has enabled me to achieve so many things at a young age. Not because I'm wise, no, but simply because of His grace, and also being strategic and prepared and using the slogan of winners never quit and quitters never win. In every situation, never quit. So why have I started with never quit? Whether you make it this time or you don't make it, never quit. And I'm starting with my journey. Personally, I registered or I first applied in 2016. Yeah, 2016 if I'm not mistaken. And I wasn't chosen or I wasn't picked upon. I think it was 2016, 2015. But I wasn't picked upon, yeah, 2016. So what happened? After not being picked upon or selected, I didn't quit. I took some time off. I didn't apply the next 2 years, but I just took time to organize myself, to equip myself and make myself better. So it might not be the same case with you. For you might apply your first time and be selected. You might apply for 2 times, you are not selected, but it doesn't mean that you will never be selected. Keep applying. Keep applying until when the years will just cut you short. But as long as you are still in the bracket of applying, kind of keep applying. And people who are at the age of 35, 34, for you give it a lot of your time. Don't apply like a person who is 26, 27, 30. Those ones, they still have a lot of time to correct their mistakes. But if you're 35, it simply means that you have one stick, one bullet in the gun. So use it well. Don't misuse it. Don't just rush. That's a mistake that so many people do. They rush. So I'm starting with the mistakes that people do. One of the mistakes that so many people do, when they see the application, they just go direct, they open, they start filling questions, blah, 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 blah. That is not bad, but first take time to find out what is the theme of the year. What are they looking at? What is the objective of this application? What should I follow? How should I align my application to maybe the theme? Yes, because each year you find that there is a theme for the fellowship. And how can I endeavor to see that I'm in line with the set objectives and the vision why the fellowship was started? So that one takes us back to why was it started? The Mandela Washington Fellowship is started for one reason, basically to empower young African leaders so that they can be able to make informed choices and also transform their societies, their communities, their nations. And this is one thing that we all don't know. It was started to show you how you can be the change you want. What does it mean? Not a change in a political way, not a change agent in a political way, but in any field. What does it mean? If you ever become a leader, also do the same for your community, do the same for your people. It doesn't mean that you should just be a president. You can just be a person of influence, and then you do the same things. You emulate, you replicate what you learn from the fellowship. So that is the spirit why they started it. And before applying, or even if when you have applied but when you have not submitted, take time, go on the portal, the Mandela Washington portal, and read those questions. Find out exactly why was it started, what are they looking at, what do they expect a person to be having before they submit the application. And if you read all those things, at least you'll be having 20%. You'll be having 20%. But if you start applying without knowing why was the program started, who started it, how can it improve your life, how can it improve your community, then at least you are not meeting the minimum standards, yes, initial standard before applying. Then the second thing, try to also create a relationship with the fellows. Ask them, how did you apply? The past fellows, the past Mandela Washington fellows, how did you apply? What made you successful? How can I also apply? What should I apply for? And with that, if you look at it critically, we made the videos. There are 2 videos, how to write a successful Mandela Washington application, and there's a link in the description, so you can also watch that video if you haven't watched it, because so many things I might not be able to talk about them here. I'm purely going to talk about some things that people don't consider or don't take serious before applying. And one of the things, again, that at least when you're meeting the fellows, yes, don't meet a fellow. Yes, thank you, Abdul. Don't meet a fellow and then start by saying, hi, I'm Teacher Peter, kindly proofread my application. No, I've gotten over 30, if not 100 people who have been sending me emails of that nature or WhatsApp. A person just sends and says, hi, hello, kindly read through this. That is wrong. That's a wrong mentality. You can't be a leader with that mentality. If you want to be a better leader, an improved leader, first create a relationship. Let a person understand you. I'm so and so. I work in this and this area. I'm interested in getting to know you better, but I'm also doing this and this. Don't even make any requests at the beginning. Take time to research about that person. If you want to get the best from me, first take time to understand me. What do I love? Yes, don't come as a con man, no. But first find out what does that person love. And if you find out what they love, take time to see ways on how you can add value on what they love. If they see that you're adding value on what they love, what they're passionate about, when you make any request, they will be quick to help you. But This is a challenge by so many people, not only Africans, but in the entire world. A person will only approach you when they need something, expect without even first taking time to find out the person whom I'm approaching. In which mood are they? Who are they? Do I have any connection with them? Do I know them? Can I create something? But I don't know where we learned it from. Unless if it's a business connection. But if it's not a business connection, when you want a person to help you, first build a relationship. I've always told those to some people. Other people, they have been sending me WhatsApp, emails, or Facebook. Hi, kindly read through my application. That is one. So many like that. Other person say hi without even them introducing themselves. Then a person sends you a WhatsApp and says maybe I'm from Zimbabwe. Kindly, I've dropped my application. Proofread. Huh? I feel myself, is this one a leader? So many Africans, we are lacking somehow. When you're approaching a person whom you don't know, first build a relationship. So there are so many fellows who are willing to help us, who are willing to support our journey, but simply because we have not yet built a relationship with them, we are not getting the best out of them. But if we start by building a relationship with them, we shall get the best out of them. Yes. And with that, I don't know whether my light is clear. I wanted to go outside and continue the live from outside. So kindly members, have that in mind. Let us be good in building relationships. Thank you. And then the other thing is, as I've said, kindly hope you're writing. Take time to read through the portal, the Mandela Washington portal. Thank you. You're watching from Nigeria. Enjoying every bit of your session. And thank you, Abdul, for watching from Nigeria and enjoying every bit of the session. So if you're making the live, sorry, not the live. If you're making your application, endeavor to first go through the portal and read about what are these people looking at. Because you are not the only person applying in your country, my brother, my sister. In your country, you might be over 5,000 people applying. So if you apply well, it simply means that, and if you strategize yourself, it simply means that your chances will be high. If you don't take time to strategize yourself, it simply means that you are diminishing your chances. So take time. That is one. Then from there, I'm starting with this. I've told you my journey. For me, I applied and I wasn't selected. Then I took time. I made myself ready. The second time when I applied, I was quite sure that I'm going to be selected. Then who should apply? Any person can apply, mainly from the age of 25 to 35. Basically, if you have a number of things that you have done, that you have accomplished, and even a person from 21 to 24, you can also apply. But with you should be an exceptional applicant. It simply means that what you're doing should be outstanding. And one of the things that is not considered that people shouldn't fear are the credentials, like academics. They don't over-consider your qualification, that did you study, no. As long as you have the minimum education, senior 4, senior 6, that is fine. And at times even, those are the basic things that they consider. So any person should apply. Any person, don't mind. Whether you are doing anything in your community, at least apply, and you are not selected, then you get to know what you should improve next year in order to apply well. So apply. Thank you. Then why should you apply? You should apply with one purpose, and that is the major thing that they ask you. Why are you applying? They will ask you that question in various ways while just twisting it. So if you're not that inquisitive, you might not understand that they're simply asking you, why are you applying for the fellowship? You will only, the main objective of applying is simply for you to learn, study, network, and come and implement all those things in your country. And that's why if you're this person who's saying that I'm applying purely for myself, whatever I'm going to learn is going to benefit me, my business, there's no ripple effect, it's not going to benefit other people, I promise you won't be selected. There should be that ingredient of your application helping other people too. Yes. So, and then this is one thing why so many people are not taken. Whenever you apply, and you have this in mind that in your application, when I go to the US, I would like to get a job. Hey, they won't select you. So while applying, they don't give people an opportunity that you are going to the US to get a job. No, you are going to the US to just get knowledge, the knowledge that you can use in your business, the knowledge that you can use in your projects, the knowledge that you can use in your ventures, at least to make yourself better and also to improve the lives of others. So that's the purpose of applying and why we should all apply. So when should you apply? Now, currently, this application is open. It was opened in September, I think, yeah, in August 17th or 16th, and it's ending on September 15th. Just that this information will work for the cohort of 2023, but it can also work for any person who will be applying in the future. So it is not time bound. So while applying, don't use 3 days to apply and then send. Take time. Read your work, proofread, look at the mistakes, improve your essays, and at the end of the day, at least it will give you a better chance on for being selected, or a better chance to be selected. But if you are this person who is very rushy, like you just go apply, then you call it a day, chances are very high that you might not be selected, and if you're not selected, you will become disappointed. So give it time, don't rush. I've seen so many people, and I've told so many people, don't rush, don't submit, first take time. Password, because others they are not inquisitive, others they don't want even to inquire, others they are too selfish because they believe that for them they don't share, so they don't expect other people to help them out. They apply and submit as soon as possible. So that one I don't encourage it. Kindly permit me, I would like to move out. Let us work together, so at least so that I can get a better place. Outside it has been raining over here, but at least it is better outside than inside. So who should apply? Now we are looking at any person can apply, and don't rush while applying. Take time before you apply. So I don't know whether there's no background noise because there is a filter here doing some good work also. So no. So sorry, I don't want any distraction. Let me sit here. Sorry. Yes, so one of the things that we should all look at while applying, or one of the things that we should focus on while applying, like we have looked at who should apply. Then what is expected from you? When you go to the United States, one of the things that is being expected from you, go there, come back to your respective country and implement and change people's lives and share the information that you have learned. That is one thing that is expected from you. And they expect you to learn. They expect you to build connections. They expect you to meet as many people as possible. And they expect you to prepare ahead of time. Yes. So that is one of the things that is being expected from you, because the United States government invests a lot of money, and the sponsors, they invest a lot of money in just an individual to come to the United States. It goes beyond 25,000 US dollars, 25,000 US dollars to just sponsor one individual for a full session. So you have to take time and at least organize yourself well. Then there are 3 things that we should consider. I think roughly 3 or 4. Firstly, look at your education while applying. Don't bother about how you went for education, what you studied. Any person can apply. Whether you are a policeman, you are a soldier, you are a public servant, you are a private person, you don't have any business, you can apply. As long as you know what you're applying for and you are just strategic, any person can apply. Thank you. Then, while applying, we should also consider the personal statements. That section, that is the section it says the cracker, or it's the game changer, the personal statement section. They are going to ask you a lot of structured questions. There are roughly like 6 to 7 structured questions. And those ones will tell a person who is informed or a person who is not informed. So take time, prepare yourself with enough information on how to go about those structured questions. If you don't do that, it simply means that you won't be selected because you didn't have prepared yourself ahead of time. So take time and just organize yourself on how to approach the structured questions. And how do you approach the structured questions? Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Don't be this person whereby you hear in the first question, you answer, I would like to learn about farming. Then in the next question, you are talking about education. In the third question, you are talking about journalism. The fourth question, you are talking about when you're uncoordinated. Stick to the point, know your purpose, know your vision, in order all your structured questions, let them be on track. And that's the reason, if you read the video, or if you watch the video that I shared on Teachers TV Africa, the link is in the description, how to prepare a successful application. All those things are answered. Then the other thing, the honors, yes, your accreditation, your accomplishments. You should be a person who should be having some accomplishments in life. What have you done for your country? What have you done for your community? What are those accomplishments? Kindly take a second, think about those things. I'm giving you like 10 seconds. Think about those things that you have done for your community, for your nation, at your place of work. Did they award you? Were you a worker, like an employee of the month? Have you ever been accredited, maybe written in the newspapers as your ministry of maybe gender, ministry of labor, ministry of this, that organization or association? Have they ever recommended your work or given you good recommendation? So look at yourself, and then all those things are very important. Don't leave any out. And with those ones, at least we shall look at how you can keep them well and how we can bring them on board. So those ones are very important. But the beauty is, if you don't have any of those, the beauty is, at least you should be having voluntary work. That's one of the biggest challenge again here. You find that so many people are not good in volunteering. They have never volunteered. But at least if you know you have been volunteering, that is good for you. Endeavor to see that you get those track records, those recommendations, and attach them in your application. The voluntary experience, it is very good, and it will do you good. It will do your application good. So don't despise anything. And that's the reason why at times we tell young people, young leaders, kindly, whenever you get time, volunteer. Whenever you get time, take time and volunteer. Take time and share your knowledge. Take time and share your love. Take time and share your resources. And take time and share your skills with those ones who might need them, and those ones who might not be able to afford or pay for your knowledge, your skills. Yeah, take time to volunteer. Whenever you volunteer, you are building a CV, because here it is one of the game changers. What is your voluntary stretch? What is the experience? So those are some of the things that you should also consider. Then the other thing is, always while applying, you should know what you need from the word go. Why are you going for the application? Why are you applying? I will share with you my experience. Let me be sincere with you. For me, and I also shared it with the people here when I was in the fellowship. I told them the reason why I applied, yes, I wanted to learn. I wanted to see ways on how I can improve my society. But the truth is, I also wanted to be in America, to reach in America. Yeah, no one doesn't want to reach in the US. I was blank. I wanted to reach in the US. But it's not a matter of just reaching in the US. What do you want to get from US? Because you might just come and take good photos and then go back, and you go back to your country and then go back to the normal default setting, your old way of doing things. I wanted to come to the US and compare whatever I know, whatever they know, whatever we do, whatever they do, how can I pick a leaf from them? And with that, it came through in my life. And at least I've seen that I've learned a lot. I've shared a lot. I've built meaningful relationships. And that is what matters a lot when you come over here. So you should know what you want and how you want it, when you want it. So there's a friend of mine who told me that he has applied thrice and is capable of being selected, but they never select him. And I asked him, why do you think they never select you? He kept quiet and said, those people are biased. Maybe they segregate. I told him, no, they don't segregate. But according to you, why do you think they never select you? He said, I think they don't select me because they are just, no, they segregate me. I told him, no, they don't segregate you. But I believe the reason why they weren't selecting him, I failed to understand his reasons. Then I told him, when they asked you, what do you expect to achieve from the fellowship? What do you write? Remember, it is hot here. Let me go back inside. Very hot. Very, very hot. Let me just get inside. For him, he told me one thing. He thinks he's not selected simply because the people are biased. And I told him, no, they are not biased. There's one thing that you're not doing right in order not to be selected. So according to you, what do you think you are not doing right in order to be selected? So what he told me one thing. Now, in my application, whenever I'm writing, I write one thing, that when I go to US, I'm not coming back to my country. And I told him one thing. If you write an application that when you go to US, you're not coming back to your country, they will never select you. So while making your application, be clear. When I go to the US, they invest in you all that money, not for you to come and stay in the United States, but for you to be able to go back to your country. So if you want to come back to the United States, at least spend 2 years in your country, then you are eligible to come and work or stay in the United States. Because they believe in those 2 years you would have shared. In those 2 years you would have shared all the information that you learned with others. So that is the spirit. So when I told him like that, the final time when he applied, he was selected. Simple. Simply because he knew what to do. And he went back to Uganda. He didn't remain here. So that is one thing that we should all do. Now these are some of the important issues. After applying, and while applying, always get a person to read through. Thank you, Abdul. So members, don't forget to, if you have any question, share it here in the comment section. And also don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Teachers TV Africa. Subscription, you just press that subscribe, the red button, and it becomes black or dark. Yes. And also clicking the notification. Time and again, we shall be sharing a number of things, not only on the Mandela Washington Fellowship, but how can we make informed choices in Africa? How can we help each other? And that is the spirit of Teachers TV Africa, to see ways on how we can inform and transform nations. So you are welcome. Be our agent in your respective country. Just telling 30 people, 100 people to subscribe and watch teachers, parents, you lose nothing. Sharing this channel with so many people in your platform, you lose nothing. Sharing it on your Facebook page, you lose nothing. You find so many people sharing musicians, sharing things that don't matter, things that don't add value in other people's lives, but they don't share productive things. Why? So we should also, and that's the way how we should also support each other. Because I might be having this knowledge, but at least I need people who will share it so that it can reach so many other people who will benefit from it. Thank you. Getting back on the point, thank you. I'll do that by God's grace. Kindly do that, Abdul. Thank you. And others. So getting back on the point, to the point that some of the important issues that you have to note before answering any question, even if when you finish answering them, go back and read the question thrice, 3 times, to find out whether you understood it. With that, it will enable you to answer it in a very organized way. It will help you to polish your answer. If you don't read it 3 times, chances are very high that you'll make a mistake, or you'll answer it in the way how you have understood it, but not the way how they want you to understand it. And if you don't understand something, ask a person. They ask me this, but what do they want from me? And kind of follow the order. If they tell you answer in chronological order, maybe from the latest, kindly answer the questions from the latest. Like one of the things that they do, they might tell people, answer maybe your job experience or background, your work experience, starting from the latest or the chronological order. So you start from where you are, going down. Maybe currently I'm working at Teachers in Need, I'm working at Teachers TV Africa, I've worked at this. In 2015, I worked in this area, like that, like that, like that. That is the order. Yes. And after proofreading or reading a question thrice, before even answering it or writing the answer, take time to think, reflect about it. Because the more you reflect, the more your mind will open up to write something mature. And don't write answers out of excitement. No, excitement is not good. Yes. Then the other thing is, I'm personally, I'm having a challenge. I have this a big challenge, and I thank Becky. She's my good friend. Currently, these days, she's helping me out to proofread at times my work. But because of so many things that I do, I end up making a lot of typos. So always get a person to proofread your work. At times for me, if I'm doing something and I know I'm going to submit it somewhere, I'll write it, I leave it there, I spend like a day without checking on it, then I come back, I read it, I will say, no, this is not teacher Peter, look at this mistake, look at this simple grammar, let me improve in my grammar, let me improve in this. So you find out bettering your application or your work day by day. So kindly endeavor to see that you take time to proofread. Thank you. And through proofreading, you'll correct the spellings. And after that, give a person, don't just give your friend because you eat with them rice and chicken. Give a person who is knowledgeable to read through. But even if when you give your friend whom you eat with rice and chicken, also get another person who not only knowledgeable about the Mandela Washington Fellowship, but a person at least who has a better IQ, who can read through and then give you advice and challenge you. Yes, and when people challenge you, kindly don't feel bad. Yes, any person who would like to ask any question, kindly drop the question in the chat room. I will respond to any question, so that if they're in the chat room, it simply means that even others will benefit from your question. So far, I have one question. Yes, but at least it was asked by Musa. He asked whether it is possible for a university student to also apply. I'll respond. Any other person, if you have any question, kindly feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll respond to the question. We shall have that section too. So sorry, Karen, I'm using my phone. It is just a phone to record, so don't mind about the quality of my video and the shaking. Forgive me. But at the end of the day, we are working upon improving on our technology, our gadgets. We are, for Teachers TV Africa, and very soon we are going to be having extremely excellent output and products. So kindly feel free to be part of this team and also to share your knowledge on where we can improve. Yes, so share your questions, please. I'll respond. So the other thing that we should also look at, in order not for me to forget, I wrote some of the things down. So the track, members, the track. If you make a mistake on the track, you are off and out. And we have 3 tracks. We have leadership in civic engagement, leadership in business management, and leadership in public management. Now, you should be knowing where do you belong and why do you belong there. And I made a full video about the tracks. There's a video, it is also in the link below, about the tracks. If you are selecting the tracks, be very certain about which track. So you'll go there and read and view the video. It will give you an insight on which track, because if you make a mistake on the track, you are off. It's very important. And you can also tell your neighbor, if you make a mistake on the track, if you don't know which track you're applying or you are selecting as your number one track, you are off. So I think with that, what determines the track? Firstly, let me talk about just 3 things, one thing from each track. If I'm looking at leadership in civic engagement, that's the track even which I applied for. And the reason why for me I applied for civic engagement is simply because I believe in human development. That is my strength. Let me first read this question. Tomorrow in Ethiopia, kindly make it more clear. What is the thing about Mandela Washington Fellowship? Tomorrow in Ethiopia, sorry, something. What is Kindly make it more clear, make your question clear so that I can understand it, or you just wanted to find out what the Mandela Washington Fellowship means. I'll also explain that. Let me write it down if that's the question, but at least if it's not the question, kindly write it again. I'm currently studying the final year, and I'm also an executive director of social enterprise and a founder of a local. Okay, so Abdu, what is your question then? Yes, Mandela Washington Fellowship. I'm writing the questions. So if you see me lagging, I'm writing. I think, yes, Abdul, I'll respond to you at the end. We are going to be responding to all the questions based on at least they will also be helping others. Thank you very much, members, for your time. I don't take it for granted. And always take time to watch videos on this platform. There are so many videos that are very instructive and constructive that you can also share with all the people that you work with and make this channel our own channel. Let it be the CNN of education in Africa. So, yes, I'm seeing the questions. I was still talking about the tracks here. Now, one of the things that you should be knowing, let me talk about the leadership in civic engagement. And I've said my strength is in building people. So for me, I work in communities. So if you're doing anything that is working in community, look at the word leadership in civic engagement. So basically, you are building people, you are transforming their mindsets, blah blah blah. So it simply means that you qualify there. That is one. Now the people for public management, those are people who are working in entities, like it can be in the government, it can be in the private sector, but with an objective of doing things on a larger scale, like country, policy, systems, structures, in any field. Yes. And then business. These are people who are purely in business. It can be your private business. It can be your mainly private business, community business. It's fine. So those are the different tracks. And purely, you can also consider any track depending on your passion, but you should be very exact. Now, the track that you select, it will also streamline the way how you apply. The track that you select also streamlines the way how you apply, the way how people are going to score your application based on the track that you have selected. Thank you very much. So, but more about the track or the tracks, kindly watch the video in the description. Last year I made a video purely talking about the tracks and how to make the right choices which track should you go in for. Thank you very much. So now I'm reaching on the point of what makes your application to stand out. Firstly, consistency. Talk about something, endeavor to see that the person who is going to read your application, they will understand you without even them asking questions. And this is a challenge done by so many applicants. Most applicants, what we do when you're applying, we give generic answers. What do I mean by generic answers? We don't attach statistics. Maybe I might be a teacher, and I will say maybe I've taught children, so many children in my nation, and right now they can read. No, so many children is very generic. I will say I've taught 300 children, and currently they can read. I've worked with so many schools. So many schools is generic. I've worked with 10 schools and I've developed their teachers. Now their teachers are able to teach maybe ICT. Thank you for taking your time to enlighten us on the Mandela play. I'm reading something. I'll also respond to this. I'll respond. Let me first write this question down because I don't want to forget question. And the question, sorry. Uh-huh. I don't mind, but at least I'll respond to that later. And kindly, I would like to know each person who has been watching. Kindly do for me one thing. When you are coming, at least you also tell me where are you watching us from. Like Famata, you can tell us where you're watching from. Musa, uh, uh, if you can all tell us where you're watching from. At least it is important for us to know how this global village is connecting us. Yes. And yes, I was talking about one thing that we all have to do. When you're making your application, endeavor to take time to work on a number of things. I don't know where I was, but at least if I can recall, because I was on the point of the recommendations, yes. Make your application stand out because there are so many people who are applying. Don't think that you're the only one applying from your country. And even don't think that people who are not selected, they don't know how to apply. They know how to apply, but they are too generic. Some people are too general. They don't attach numbers, they don't attach statistics to the application. Kindly try to attach statistics. Try to attach numbers. When I come to the fellowship, Teacher Isaac watching from Uganda. Thank you, my friend Teacher Isaac. So when you attach statistics, maybe we have dug boreholes, we have dug 15 boreholes, and they have helped 20 villages, and in those 20 villages, over 17,000 people are benefiting. And before people benefiting, we teach them on the importance of taking safe water, how to boil their water. And you have trained maybe 1,000 people, you have trained 17,000 people, you have trained 50,000 people. So those statistics are important. And after the fellowship, it will give me an insight on how I can get more strategies on how to train these people, on how to support them to own the process, how to support them to own the boreholes. Let me, if I'm the one reading your application, let me have that. Let me feel it that this person, what they're talking about, they know it. And this is it. People who apply for the fellowship are not people who only have businesses, people who only have organizations. You might not be having your organization, you might be working somewhere, and then you apply. And others, you might not even be working anywhere. You might be self-employed, even if you have your small farm. But as long as it is adding value to you and it is adding value to other people's lives, apply. You might be having a shop, you're just a shop attendant. Apply. So it doesn't mean that it is only for people working in NGOs, people working in education, people working in the government. Any person can apply. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification button, and like this video. And from today onwards, become a member of Teachers TV Africa and Teachers in Need, and promote us in your respective country. Tell parents about this channel. It has a lot of educative content. And also, next time we can host you. Yes, thank you. So, a person yesterday sent me a question and said, for me, I'm a farmer. Can I apply? And I ended in senior 6. Can I apply? I told him, rush and apply. This is not only for educated people, it is for people who are doing something in their community. So whether you're a farmer, you are regardless of who you are in your community, you can apply. So that one is very important. Now, one of the things that we should also consider while applying, I've talked about the recommendations. Now take time. I'm going to give you 30 seconds or 10 seconds. 30 seconds are very many. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Think about the things that you have done. The good things that you have done for your community. Think about them. Close your eyes and think about the good things you have done in your community, in your sector. Think about them. For me, I'm also thinking. Hope you have thought of those things. Now, after thinking about those things, however small something might be, put it in your application as a recommendation. What you just have to do, get people who will help you to, mainly, like if you have ever worked for people, let them give you maybe a letter of appreciation, a recognition. If you have it, put those recognition letters there. If you have some photos, attach those photos there in what they call your folder. That there's an attachment folder down where you should attach all those things. Yes. Don't despise anything. If you have documents, attach the certificates. Attach your, if you have an organization, attach those documents to show the authenticity that you have it. And be real. Keep it in mind. Be real. Don't just go to people so that they can give you recommendations without. Don't just go to people and then ask for the recommendations without you doing anything. So at least do something about it. Don't fabricate information. Yes, because at the end of the day, it might catch up with you. Because after the fellowship or before the fellowship, there's an interview that you go in for. So imagine you go for that interview and they ask you for those things practically, or they call those people. And the person says, that person, I know him. He came to me and told me, write for me this and this. But he has never volunteered here. Or he has never worked with us. Be real. Even if when you have ever volunteered in one place, use that one. If you have never, don't mind, but you still have time. It's like when you are coming to a dinner and I tell a person, before coming for a dinner, come dressed in white. What do I have to do? I have to look for a white cloth. So you still have time. Mm-hmm. If you have never volunteered and they need that experience, you can start today. Start tomorrow. Go and volunteer somewhere. Be wise. Be wise, my brother. Be wise, my sister. Yeah, thank you very much. So, right now, those are credible. Like one of the challenges again that people do when we're applying, like when you're building a very competitive CV, we make a mistake. Like when it comes to the CV, we make very casual CVs. Kind of try to make an updated CV. Don't upload a CV that you used in 2017 today because you don't have time. Take time and work on your CV. And I encourage people, you can use your phone to apply, but also, if possible, use a laptop. Use a laptop. Yes, because a laptop will help you a lot. If you don't have a laptop, if the phone is the last resort, it's fine. You can also be selected through a phone. So many people are being selected when they apply through their phone. Don't worry. Just that at times, you might not be able to put all your attachments together through the phone. Again, there you need a computer. So if you don't have a computer, swallow your pride, go to the cafe, do the work from the cafe. If you don't have a cafe nearby, get your friends. Some of you are good in building meaningful relationships. Go to your friends, tell them, borrow me your laptop for 2 days, 3 days. I want to use it to do blah, 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 blah. I'll be using it maybe for 1 hour and I return it every day. Yeah, like that. So the person will give you their laptop and you can use it at least to put your work in folders. Mm-hmm. Yes. So that one is very important. Then when it comes to looking for people who are going to act as your referees, or the ones who are going to recommend you, you can have the recommendation letters. They're very important, but you can also have your referees. So the referees can be people. Don't just get people because this was my head teacher. A person might have been your head teacher, but when they don't know you about, they know nothing about your accomplishments. At least get people who know about what you're doing. And don't put your mother, don't put your father, don't put just because the person is your friend. Put people who matter. And that's the time whereby I ask you a question. How many of us in our contacts do have people who matter? Always look for people who matter. Have people who matter. And while applying, always put people who matter in your application. That one will mean a lot. So put that into consideration. Don't put a person as you recommend, like your referee. When you last talked to that person 4 years ago, they don't understand what you're doing. They might call them. And if they call them, they'll ask them, tell us about so and so. And the person says, that one, he was a good student here, but he was stubborn. But it is you who put that person there as your recommender or as your referee, but you didn't even take time to update them, and neither do they know you after the 4 years. So take time to do one thing, to get people who will understand you. And after even putting people's contacts there and their emails, endeavor to see that the people whom you are putting there, their emails are available. They can send them emails and they respond. Don't get a person who is working in the market. Yeah, there are so many people working in the market who even have their emails and who respect their emails. But there are people, again, who don't respect their emails. Members, very sorry, very sorry. We went off because of the internet, but I'm back. So that at least we can proceed. Not even the internet, simply because I'm using a phone. The phone at times it freezes. Sorry about that, but at least I'm back so that we can proceed. So I was saying, thank you. We're watching from Jinja, Uganda. Yes, thank you, my brother Jim Chibalama. You're the best in this. I'm very sorry we had gone off because of the phone. We are using a phone and it freezes. But the beauty is currently we have bought a camera. We are going to be broadcasting and doing our lives through a camera, and that one at least will simplify work. So thank you very much. Let me talk about my brother Jim Iga. Thank you for the great work that you're doing for education in Uganda. Thank you for the great work that you're doing. And also Team Tom, thank you for the great work that you're doing in Jinja, for transforming lives, for transforming children. And if any person has a question, kindly share the question in the comment section. I will respond. Besides that, hey, Deborah, thank you, watching from Uganda, Kampala. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Teachers TV Africa, and don't forget to tell at least 20 people. They can be parents, students, about Teachers TV Africa. At least it will be a great brick that would have added to Teachers TV Africa. The way so many people ask me always, why do you do what you do? Who pays you? No one pays me even to do this. No one has paid me. But I believe whatever I have, I should also share it with others. So if I have a spirit of sharing, also inspire me, and also let us work together. Let us promote each other. Yes. Let me hope now the signal is back and you are watching clearly, because someone was saying that the signal is not clear. I trust now the signal is up and running. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to tell at least 20 people about Teachers TV Africa by sharing it to them on social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all that. So, thank you very much, Teacher Isaac, for inspiring you. Yes, thank you very much. And kindly also inspire so many children and be an inspiration to us. Thank you. So let me continue. One of the things that we don't consider, or one thing that people forget, is thank you, Ruth. I'll be reading all those comments at the end. Yeah, thank you, Ruth, for watching. So you find that when you get a recommender or a person to act as your referee, and that person doesn't have other people, they will call them, they don't understand English, they are lowering your chances. Kindly get people who are knowledgeable, they know English, people who understand you, and before putting them there as your referees, talk to them, inform them, so and so, I'm putting you there, kindly help me, and when they call you, this is one thing that I wrote, this is something which I'm passionate about, so that when that time reaches and they are called upon, they can defend your call, they can defend your cause. Yes. Then the other thing is, again, on the recommenders, don't look at people who are in one sector. At least I can say maybe I'm looking at a recommender. One of my recommender can be my chairman. Yes, your chairman is fine to recommend you. Or they can give you a recommendation letter. It is very important for you to have a recommendation letter like from people like chairman. Don't despise them because they see the work that you do on the ground. So and so does this and this and this, and he has done it with this and this, using this and this. So they are very important. Any opportunity, kindly give it to them. So your chairman can recommend you, can also act as a person who has recommended you. They can also act as your referee. It's fine, but also those things are different. You can get a recommender and a person whom you'll put as your referee. So the recommenders will give you recommendation letters. Assume I've been a teacher or I've been a doctor. I can go to I can go to the president or the commissioner or the minister if possible, if they know what I'm doing for the nation or for the community, or they can be the coordinators in those areas. I can go to them and they recommend me. Yes. So if they recommend you, you can use that recommendation. You can use it even beyond that Mandela Washington Fellowship. So, and again, if you are looking at people to act as your referees, don't look at people who are your friends. I talked about that. Look at people of value. People who have emails that they will check and they will find that the email is active. That is one. Then, let us also focus on the issue of like the documents. Well, which documents can you attach? You can attach your academic documents, You can attach even your publication, if you have ever been published maybe in a magazine, attach it. Yes, you can attach other links. Like personally, I didn't do that because by that time I didn't have Teachers TV Africa. But if you have a link to your YouTube channel, your publication, your blogs, your anything, attach that link. Kindly attach that link. Yes. Then if you have photos, get those photos, what they call activity photos. Maybe you are cleaning, it was a community cleanup, maybe you are digging that borehole. Attach those photos. And there are people who forget one beauty. Most things that you attach are very good, but we majorly despise the power of social media. Social media today, so many people have not understood it. Social media is one of what we call the global CV. Social media is your global CV. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. So you might be doing all those things, but they are not reflected anywhere. On your social media, you only put photos while eating chicken, while partying, while taking booze. You get the point? So what you have written and what you are posting, they are not connotating. So try to see that you, at times, this is a trick. Kindly go and clean your social media page. There are certain things that you shouldn't even post. You find others posting, people fighting, people abusing each other. So kindly try to see that. By the way, sorry for this. Kindly, I have one of the people watching is my dear mentor in this field of social media and YouTubing. I'm not a YouTuber anyway, but at least she motivated me. And she's called Amito Mitra. She's a very influential person, and members who are watching, after this, kindly go and subscribe to her channel. It is called Amito Mitra. She's doing great work. She's the one even who inspired me to start this. So kindly, even if when you don't subscribe here, go and subscribe on her channel. I'll be happy. Yes. And thank you very much, my sister, for watching. And I also encourage you, apply. What you're doing for our nation in Uganda is very important. Yes, you inspired Teacher Peter. If you inspired me, it simply means you can inspire so many young people. Yes, and I'm using a mere phone right now to record. And she's the one whom I had it from, and she also told me, Peter, with your phone start, don't wait for sophisticated gadgets. And currently, I didn't share this with you. The phone became very hot because the processor. That's why we went off for some minutes. So what I decided to do, I took it to the refrigerator. I put it there, then it cooled, and then we are back being innovative. So this is life, yeah. So I was still saying, get people to recommend you, and those people who are to recommend you, and while also writing, getting those documents, the folder, get the photos, write good photos, good photos about what you're doing. Like, take good photos. If you have old photos, use them. Go on your social media pages, clean them. Not everything, because you have to maintain your life anyway, but at least there are certain things. Let your social media page be your global CV, because they will also look at that, what he is saying, what she's saying. Does she mean it? I'm about Amito, my sister. You are the best in this. So if what you're talking about in your social media pages connotates with what you have written, chances are very high that you'll be picked. Remember, you are applying, but you are not the only person applying. You are over, in Africa, there are over 1 million people who apply, and they need only 700 people. So it doesn't mean that you can't make it, but you should just be strategic. And I believe if you have watched this video, it's not enough. Take time to watch the links, the videos in the links that I've put there, and also take time. You can also rewatch it and get the concepts where you haven't understood. And I'm also willing to proofread, but I'm going to proofread only documents or applications from people who build a relationship first, not from people who just come and say, kindly proofread my work, kindly help me proofread. First build a relationship. It's like here I'm saying, subscribe, like, share this, let it help others. That's one thing you say. Yeah, Peter, I believe ever since I watched this video, I've also shared it with 30 people or 40 people, and Karen, I'm very sure 30 of my colleagues at my workplace have subscribed, and they are watching, they are benefiting from it. There you are building, you are showing a person that you are also passionate about what they do. So if you are passionate, if you show that support, it is more over date, so a person will also support you. But if you just come and say, proofread my work, it doesn't make sense. I might proofread it, but I'll proofread it, but it will be more over, you are pushing me on the wall, or to the wall. I'm doing it, but anyway, yeah, I think you're getting my point. So make separate folders. Make a folder of the documents alone, and also you can make a folder of photos alone. And also on your CV, you can also attach a simple photo on your CV. Let your CV speak for you. Let your CV speak for you. So kindly take time to prepare. When you're done, with writing your everything, don't submit it then. Take time to prepare. So now, in this section, I wanted us at least to look at these simple things. While applying, again, this is the mistake that so many people do. Hey, okay, Mwonge, thank you. You're watching from Kampala, and where can you find us? Yes, members, by the way, for your information, those ones who are in Kampala, Uganda, I will have a session, a live session, with all the applicants. I think when I'm back in Uganda, we shall be meeting at our center, that is the Teachers Development Center. It will be a free session, you won't pay anything. It will be at the center, yes. And our center is just located after Shell Cars. The good thing, everything is here. I gave you my number. You have my contacts, the email. But those who don't have the number, you can write it +256 774 42 6366. Yes. That is the number, 774 42 6366. You start with +256 if you're not from Uganda. So one of the things that most people do when you're applying. So yeah, I was still talking about that session. We are going to be having that session whereby at least I'll be guiding fellows on how to. I won't make for you your application. I would like people to write their own applications, but at least I'll support you on how to make informed choices, how to improve your application and all that. So one of the challenges that applicants do, that we all do while applying, is we think that the person who is reading your application knows you. They don't know you. People don't know you. And kindly, if you have come here, don't forget to like the video. Yes, to like this live. Like, you lose nothing by liking. Thank you very much. So don't think that people who are reading, they know you. People don't know you, and they will not know you. You may not even see them. You never know, I might even be among the people who read your documents. But I can't tell you from here, and I will never tell you. But people will not know you, and they will never know you. So what you have to do, endeavor to see that whatever you write, however small it might be, people get to understand you. And while writing, write in this way. Always show the people that you are knowledgeable about that something. Don't gamble. Don't gamble. Be knowledgeable, extremely knowledgeable about what you are applying for. Don't gamble. What do I mean by gambling? Gambling is whereby you are writing something, but it is in abstract. You are doing it, but you don't understand it. Firstly, you reach on the track. You say, now I have applied for the track of leadership in public management, but even I don't understand what it means. Kindly, could you please tell me what it means? But I'm interested. I know if you teach me, I will become a better person and I'm going to save my people. No way. First, take time to understand what does each section mean. What does each track mean? There, you are not gambling. And when they say write 150 words, and for you write 40 words, that is calamity. You can't assure me that a person who has written 40 words, when they have asked for 150 words, you will compete with the person who has used like the entire word limit, or the person who has used up to like 130, because they know in that word limit they can easily understand you and avoid repetition. What you wrote in maybe the other question, don't write it in this other question. Yes, if you look at the fellowship, it's called the Mandela Washington Fellowship. It was started by President Barack Obama in 2014, and the main objective was to give the young African leaders a platform where they can be celebrated, they can learn, they can build connections and networks, and also where you can gain confidence. That is one thing which I've gained from the US. I've gained confidence that we can make things, that we are capable in Africa. Yes, so if things are like that, before applying, take time to find out, why is it called the Mandela Washington Fellowship? What did Mandela do? What can I do that will be in line with what Mandela did? So if you take time and understand those nitty-gritties, you will at least score. So now, I'm going to make a score sheet. You can, I told you in the beginning, get a pen and a paper, and at least have somewhere to write so that the things can help you out. One of the things that you're going to consider in your score sheet, at least look at your education. Don't mind whether you ended in senior 6, senior 5, or senior 4, but let it be clear. And also, while attach your education documents. Attach them in one of the folders. It is very important. Yes. From that, starting from today, don't just submit. Go and look for recommendations. Go to places where you have ever volunteered. Ask them to give you a recommendation. I've ever volunteered here. Even if your voluntary was for a day, go and get those recommendations. Other people you support associations, whereby when they are having programs, you go and give them support. Go to them. Let them recommend you. Let them write to you. This person, every weekend they come here and they support us. Yes, those documents mean a lot to your application. And then in your communities, if you have done something in your community and no one can recommend in your community, but at least the chairman is aware, or some people are aware, go with them to the chairman and tell the chairman, explain to the chairman what you're looking for, And then I think the chairman in Uganda, those are the local council leaders. I don't know how you call them in your respective countries. So that chairman will help you, and at least you'll get a better recommendation. Yes. And they will write based on these people, because they are your reference, they are your proof. So the chairman will help you and at least write for you a better recommendation or a recommendation letter. So you need that. Then the other thing is you need photos. You need photos. I hope you are taking boxes. We started with the education. I'm also writing here your education. Get those documents. Get your recommendations. Recommendation letters. Yes. Now, one thing which I've also talked about photos. You need photos. These photos basically help us to know what you have been doing. And one of the things in the recommendation, also get all your awards. If you have awards, maybe they gave you an award, you are the best in your school and you have the award. Kindly, if it was in form of a real award, do you have photos? Get it, take a photo with it, attach it. This is my award when I was being awarded as the best employee of the month. Maybe when I was being awarded as the best civilized citizen in my community, the best I was being awarded as maybe this and this for being an outstanding this. So if you have an article that wrote about you in the newspaper and you kept it, kindly you can scan it and also put it in your attachment. Mainly all these things that we're talking about, those attachments, you need to scan them. That's why we talked about a person having a laptop, yes, or a computer where you can scan those things. Then one of the reasons why I was telling, like even my sister, Amito Mitra, whom I told you to go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, you are doing a great job in the nation. But at times, there are so many opportunities for you here because you get to meet people who will look at what you do, and then they start seeing ways now they can be part of it, how they can support it. So don't mind whether you are working in an organization, you're not working, you're self-employed, as long as you're doing something for your community. It is an amazing. Hey, there is a question here from how do you attach? I'll respond to the questions later. But there is only one column for attachment of documents. Thank you very much. There is only one column. How do you attach the CV plus photos? Thank you. Now, let me show you. This is a computer. I don't know whether I can do it for you on the computer. I don't know. Do you have time so that I can do it for you on the computer so that we can see exactly how things can be done? I would like 3 or 4 people to say yes. Thank you, my sister Mito. Do we have time so that I can show you what I mean by creating a folder so that I can show it to you practically here? Do we have that time? I don't know. Let me first clean my camera. Hey, sorry, my sister Mito, for seeing me doing this thing online. I know you YouTubers, you don't encourage doing such. So assume this is my computer. I'll go here. So I'm even having a document. But now, assume I'll go here. I want to create a folder. I want to create a new folder. So what happens if I want to create a new folder? You go on you use the PDF. Sorry, you use the Word document. Now everything that you're going to put there in that folder, you put it in. I can come here and I create, let me say, about my academic documents or photos. And then I'll go to where I saved my photos. Like here, I have some photos here of our community school, Rising Star Preparatory School, and Amito knows the school. Yes. So I can say maybe at our school, we give a balanced diet. we started the school when children were not eating, but right now we give them a balanced diet. So, and it is the only school that provides that in the entire country. Oh, we do that. So what shows? I will attach that photo and then write something here about that. Maybe when they're having a balanced diet, maybe pupils in maybe Kenya or Uganda or Nigeria. Okay, let me put my beloved country, Uganda. It might not be capital letters, don't worry. Pupils in Uganda. Is that Uganda? Maybe enjoying food prepared by this and this. Maybe you are an organization that gives them food or this or that. Now that one is showing something practical that you are doing it. It is showing a practical thing that you're doing it. So I will attach a number of those photos. So I might have dealt, assume I did something, but I don't have a recommendation, but I have some photos. Let me say like here, what did I do? Maybe, yes. One time I remember I've trained, yes. So I might say, I get that, I copy, then I'll come here. I say, I hope you're getting me. Then I'll say, maybe, are you getting that? Then I say maybe they are while training. Maybe that I'm training doctors, I'm training teachers, I'm training this and that. So you put all those things there. So after doing all that, what you do, you save. You save them as a PDF. Everything. You save it as a PDF. Now, if I'm saving a PDF, I go there, I go here on your browser. I hope you're saying. Now from the browser here, I'll go here, like that. But you should give it a name. Maybe here you can say supporting documents about my activities. Are we together? Or supporting documents, academic documents, or supporting photos. Then after that, after saving them, I might say for the start, I might save them on the desktop. If I save it on the desktop, that is just one document. One document. So what happens when I come on my desktop here? Assume, are you seeing that? Now it is in a PDF format. So if you are not very certain about what you are going to do, what you can do, you can get everything, your recommendations, your photos of activities, your documents, and you put them in that. All of them, you put them there if you are not certain about your saving or if you can't create a folder. After putting all of them there, what you do, if you're using a computer, you will scan. Sorry, not even scanning. Assume I'm applying. Now where they say attach, you press on that. After, when it goes on attaching, you come and look for the document which has this. A document which has this. Pupils in Uganda, because that's where I've put everything that I want to scan, that I want to share. So you attach this, but it has to contain everything. It has to contain everything. So with that, at least it will also help you to be informed about what you're doing, and also be on at least a better chance of being selected, that at least all your information is there. Now assume there's things that you have done and you haven't shared them here. There you are reducing on your chances. Put everything. If there are photos, because that folder can accommodate a good number of photos, and if they are compressed in let me say if they are compressed in PDF, they can fit there. I'll show you like mine. I use that. So what happens? I can, this is mine, like the one that I think I remember, was it something? Then I can just go here and I get it and I put it here, like that. I add it there. So I can it copies. I'll know that all my documents that I need are here. So if I'm attaching, I can just attach a folder. It's all. If you know how to attach a folder. If you don't know how to attach a folder, create all those things. You can also, if you're not using the Word, the second alternative, you can use the PowerPoint, Microsoft, PowerPoint. Let me show you the PowerPoint. I remember mine, I made them using the PowerPoint. So you can go on the PowerPoint like that. Then I want a new blank. So on the PowerPoint, I can start. Then I can, you can even start here with your photo. Maybe you can put your photo while doing something. Example, let me attach one photo while doing something. Yeah. I can say insert. Oh, yeah. So that is me. Maybe I produce this. But the first photo is better if it is your face and at least a professional. Those are all photos, members. I believe you have understood, because I'm seeing myself going into photos that I don't understand even. So this is our school. These are photos. Let me show you this. This is a workshop or a training that we conducted some years down the road. That was in 2017. And we trained, these were teacher trainers whom were training, or teacher trainees whom were training we help them get email addresses. So I can attach that. But this is not good. You get a good photo. So you can even see here, as you can see there, email account opening. So that's one, email account opening. That was in 2017, Teachers in Need. So that one at least will give up the people who are reading your documents confidence that this person is well endowed. Whatever they are telling us, they have backup. So what will defeat you, or what will deter you from being selected if you have all that? So thank you. That is one way how we can attach documents. Hope I'm clear, and hope we are learning, and hope you are going to be one of the change agents of Teachers TV Africa. As we said, our objective is to inform and transform lives. And it's not only, this channel is not only for teachers. Currently, we are talking to people who are applying, and some of them are not even teachers. When I shared these things with the teachers, a big number of teachers looked at them and said, these are fake things. And this is a challenge. Any teacher who is here, can a teacher, let us stop this business of always just thinking about class. I mean, so many WhatsApp groups of teachers, but the only thing that people share is only content. How can I, members, when was Uganda colonized, and why, who raised the Ugandan flag? Hey, people don't want take time to network. Teachers, take time to learn new things, and these are also your things. For your information, members, I was at the Georgia State University last year. University of Georgia. Currently, I'm in the US under the second program. This is the Alumni Enrichment Program, again under the US government. But the first program, the Mandela Washington Fellowship, I was also here, but yes, I think I've answered that. There was only one, there was what they call the Ignite talk. You can't believe it. A mere teacher Peter Okware, gave the best Ignite talk, which was, it wasn't better than the ones for us. It wasn't better than for my other colleagues, but it was selected as the best. Yes, but even others were better, but mine was selected as number one. But I'm a mere teacher. So at times I look at my fellow teachers. These are people who don't want to learn. These are people who are just in books all the time, and even others don't make research. They're interested in questions. How can I answer this question? How can a child pass PLE? How can they tackle this number? That is outdated thing. Those things are outdated. So let me not go off track. So What we have to do, create your folder, put everything, put your academic documents, put your photos, put your CV. No, I think there's a provision for a CV, yes. Put, if it's not there, you put your CV, but I believe there's a provision. And there's a provision where you can, when you click on that document, upload, you'll see that you can upload more than one. Yes, I know that it is there. So put them under one folder and then upload the folder. We're about to end this live, but before we end the live, we're still ticking the boxes. Endeavor to see that someone proofreads your work. Yes, endeavor to see that someone proofreads your work. That is very important. Then, even if when you're not selected to come to the US, kindly, winners never quit and quitters never win. Don't give an excuse. It will make you better. Again, next year apply. Next year apply. And this is a challenge that people do. If you're not selected, take time to ask yourself, why wasn't I selected? What didn't I do right? So that's one thing which I did. I also took time to network with so many applicants. I got to know them. They became my friends. For me, I'm not good in taking. I'm a giver, and I like taking after giving something. I would also give them some information, and they say, no, you should apply. They will select you. So you get to understand them. When there are occasions or sessions, even if they're not for applicants, attend networking sessions, build meaningful networks. And with that, you'll be building your CV. Yes. And also, members, if you're writing your CV, don't forget to add voluntary part. Don't forget to add also the part of conferences that you have attended, maybe things that you have come up with, your innovations. Don't forget to write about your innovations. If you have maybe, if you have maybe a YouTube channel, don't forget to talk about it and also share those links. If you have a website, share the website link. If you have a blog, like the WordPress, share those. It is very important. And right now, I believe we are moving. We have talked about all those things. And one thing that at least I would also like to share with you, if you're applying, what are you going to do when you come back? That one should be very clear. And they are very, the people who select, they are very interested about what are you going to do. Because they are taking you not on what you can do, but they are taking you to learn things that you can't do so that you can be able to do them. And this is a trick to everyone who is applying. Always, while talking about what you're going to do, don't talk about things that you can do, but talk about things that are beyond your limits. I believe if I attend the fellowship, it will give me an insight to learn more about the US culture, on the way how they handle this and this issue. Because according to my understanding currently, I'm well endowed with the African way or the Ugandan way or the Kenyan way. But I would like to get a different version on how this is done in the US, how this is done there. So when I get that knowledge, it will be my responsibility to see that I come and I share it and I start up programs that are going to benefit others. Yes, this is very clear. They will not select you because you are educated, because you have a degree. I remember one of my colleagues in the 2021 fellowship, he didn't have a degree, he was from senior 6, but they selected him. So they won't consider the degree. They'll just consider the way how you respond. And after passing, it doesn't mean that things end there. We also have another section of the interview. If you go through the first section, they will call you for an interview. And if they call you for an interview, it is very simple if you are prepared. If you took time in yourself filling in your application. And that's why after you are applying or submitting your application, kindly keep a copy. Write that down. Keep a copy. keep a copy of your application. If you're selected, well and good. And even if when you're selected to go for the interview, before going for your interview, read through your application. The copy, after downloading that copy, email it to yourself, send it or keep it in your folder on your email, because they might call you for an interview when you're very far. But at least take time to find out, how did I write? What do I need? What should I do if I go for this interview? Because mainly if you go for the interview, they won't think you to deviate from what you wrote. They would like you to be in line with what you wrote in your application. So many things might have changed, but don't be this person and say, last time I'd applied to go as a farmer, but I've been mentored. Now I believe I'm changing my mind. If I'm picked upon, I would like to go as a person in ICT. There you'll have given them a very big opportunity to give you a red flag. Stick to your initial objective. Don't change. Even if when you have other things in your mind, they selected you simply because of that. So from this, they'll call you for the interview. And this is it. Even if when you're not called upon for the interview, keep your application. Next year, we are going, before even next year, then we start improving it, slowly by slowly. I think that is very important. Now, this one is one of the most importantest things that so many people do. So many people want others to fill in or to write for them. Now, a person can't write your passion. I might explain to you all the things, but I can't write your passion. I can't write your story. I can't tell your story. You can tell your story. You can tell your story better than me. Let me give you my story. Okay, at least it can help you out. For me, they told me, why would you like to attend the Mandela Washington Fellowship? I'm a teacher. But you know how the education fraternity or sector is being stereotyped, majorly the teachers. So I told my story about my background, about the teaching profession, about what I believe if I selected, how will I empower, how will I inspire, and how will I motivate teachers and the next generation. I told my story. So I believe on planet Earth, each person has a story to tell. Just learn how to package your story well. And if you don't know how to package your story well, you can go on what they call the TEDx talks and look at the way how those people package themselves. Learn how to package yourself well. So they have so many videos on YouTube. And even my sister Mito, you can also look at that area. You can make a video supporting people to learn how to tell their stories, because you are very good in that area. Yes, so learn how to tell your story. If you know how to tell your story, they basically consider that. And when you're telling your story, also tell your story, let it be a story that is against all odds, from the negative to the positive. Don't say, you see, my mother died, my father also died, the government is eating our money, so if you people, you don't consider me, who will consider me? No. Don't lament. Show us how you have moved from grass to grace, from zero to being a hero. So tell the story. The moment a person who is reading your document is inspired by your story, they will pick you up. You would have qualified, because they are indicators that are being considered. So the moment those indicators are ticked, you'll be considered. But if you can't tell your story, I don't know whether people understand what they say, telling a story. Yes. So kindly learn how to tell the story. And don't do this mistake. Don't fabricate. Don't copy and paste people's what a person wrote. There are friends. You might be having a friend of yours who made it last year or years before. And then you tell them, give me. And they give you their work, then you use it. They will disqualify you. Write your own things. Let people just help you. And these people, when they're proofreading or when they are selecting, they don't look at cream English. They just look at simple, well-organized English. They don't look, even if when you don't know any idiom, even if when you don't know any phrasal verb, even if when you don't know any special word, as long as you are writing plain English in a simple way that a layman can understand, they will pick up your story and they will appreciate your story. So don't fabricate. And that's why there's so many people who have been approaching me that, Teacher Peter, write for me. And after writing for me, I'll be able maybe to put it in my own words. No, I can't write your life. You have a life that you're living. I can't write your vision. You have your own vision. I can't write your passion. You have your own passion. So write that something. I'm going to give an example. Like, I'm sorry for overusing Amito Mitra. Kindly forgive me, but she has inspired me a lot. And as I told you, she has a YouTube channel. But you find that she records things that tell her story and inspire others in a very simplified way. And that's the same thing. If you would also like to be selected, tell your story. Why are you doing what you're doing? And why do you believe that out of the thousands of people, the millions who are applying, they should select you? What makes your story unique? What makes your situation unique? So tell your story. Tell your story, and also give the reader that belief that you are the right person for the job. You are the right person to be selected. And also, while writing, try to delete all possibilities that if Peter Okware, teacher, comes to the US, you will not go back to Uganda. There are some people who say, the moment they select me and I land in America, it will be, God would have opened my doors. They will never see me. But this is it. You would have betrayed your entire nation. They have selected you. They are paying for you everything. Taxpayers' money. People have sponsored. And you are in the US to learn on behalf of others. You are not coming to learn for your own sake. You are coming to learn on our behalf, those ones who have not made it, those ones who can't write, those ones who didn't get to know this opportunity, those ones who are not confident like you who applied. Because just applying, it simply means that you are confident. So when you get a chance of reaching USA, don't run. At least if you want to stay in the US, take time, 2 years in your country, go back for 2 years, because you are going to get a J1 visa. A J1 visa can't allow you to work in the United States. So you go back and stay in your country for 2 years. Then from the 2 years, you would have built networks. You can go back to the United States and stay there if you want, because they have invested in you a lot of money, so they would like to see value. So I hope I'm clear with that. Don't have the vision that I will run away. Just come and build meaningful relationships, build meaningful networks, go back to your country, be the change. If you want to stay in the US, after 2 years, apply for a visa. They won't refuse you because you're already a person who is in their systems, and you also have built networks. You know, if I'm like right now, for me, if I want to stay in the US permanently, I know where to start from. I know whom to approach. I know where to go to. I know the airports. Yes, I know who will pick me from the airport. So those are some of the things when you come that you're going to learn. But don't come with this mentality that when I reach in the United States, I'm going to run. I'm going to remain here. Let that not be an option. Let it not come closer to your mind. Kindly, when you come for good and learn to benefit others. So the other thing that at least we should also look at, not running is also the passport. Kindly work upon the passport. Always have a passport, because they will ask you for the passport number. Yes, and if you have a passport, even if you don't have a passport right now, start processing a passport. Yes, at least tell them that I'm processing a passport. You can't tell people that you want to go abroad when you don't know even where they serve passports from. At least start with that. Get a passport. You never know. Even if when you won't use it today, you'll use it tomorrow. Have a passport. And while having a passport, endeavor to see that your information on your passport connotates or is the same as the information in your biodata. Your biodata information is the biodata information when you're filling your application. Let them be the same. If on your passport it is showing 33 years, don't fill in your application and put 27 years or 34 years or 31 years. Kindly be consistent. Yes, be very consistent. And then one of the things that most people do in the US, when you are to be selected, they want people who are very, very respectful. What do I mean? In the US, you'll find people have the freedom. Others have the freedom of maybe same-sex marriage. Others have the freedom of not worshiping the Jesus I believe in, maybe the Allah you believe in. Others have the freedom of, they have their freedom. So if they're asking you questions, be wise. Be wise. Don't say, in the mighty name of Jesus, for me, I don't want to attach myself to any gay. How do you know? Maybe it can be an opportunity for that person. When you meet in the United States and meet that person, it can be an opportunity for you to create a relationship that can even change them. But we should respect people's opinions and respect the way how they live their lives, because if you do that, it won't affect your life. So if you're this person who says, even if when I'm selected, for me, I won't like to sleep with a Muslim. Maybe if you are going to sleep in two rooms in the same room, be open-minded. For us, we have been sleeping in single rooms, each person you sleep alone, but with a lot of diverse people from different countries, with different ideas, different ideologies, and you have to be respectful. All the time, don't think that your ideas are the ones that are correct. Other people's ideas and opinions, respect them. Listen to them. Kindly, if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share at the end. So that is a mistake that so many people do. Kindly put that into your mind. Yes. Then the other thing that you're going to at least talk about or end with before answering your questions, I have some questions that people asked here at the beginning, and if you have any question, kindly put it in the chat room. I'm going to write it down and I'm going to respond to all the questions. So one of the things that we should all put into consideration, again, as we are concluding, because you are remaining with 13 minutes to conclude this live session. Yes, and thank you very much for watching. We don't take your time for granted. We are very grateful, and may God bless you. So the 13 minutes at least, if you have any question where you haven't understood, share it in the comment section. I'm going to respond. So while applying, and even after applying, don't think that things have ended there. Other people after applying, they say, hey, after all, I finished applying. Let me go back to my normal life, post what I want to post, share what I want to share on Facebook. Be very sensitive. Don't just share things on your Facebook page. Don't share things on your Twitter. At least share things that you believe in. They might not be that they're educative things, but things that you believe in. Things, if I applied and I believe in entertainment, if I'm sharing, let me also share those things, because they are the things that define me. They define me. Entertainment is also important, because at the end of the day, it creates a big impact in our lives. It kills stress. It gives us the peace to rethink about life and also make informed choices. So kindly stay true to your purpose and always be focused. Now, one of the challenges that most people do, there and so many people have been asking, there's what they call the PDE. And the PDE is the final, like other people can continue to stay in the United States, I think for I believe there are 3 to 6 weeks, yes, more. and they attend what they call the PDE, and the PDE is called the Professional Development Experience, where they are placed in any universe, like it can be a organization, a place where they learn so many things. So if you want at least your application to be complete, don't skip that stage. Even if when you're not interested, at least fill it. Yes, fill it in. Fill it in. Fill it in, the PDE, because it shows that this person is interested to learn and learn and learn lasts, not just half-baked learning. If that opportunity comes and you're also picked upon to participate in the PDE, take it, grab it. Yes. So kindly, any member, and the person who says that these questions are hard, the questions are not hard. Just take time, do your revision, do your homework, watch a number of videos. I shared a video, it is on the, like, even it's in the description. Watch that video, it will do you a lot of good. It will do you a lot of good. And while writing, use simple English. Let someone do the proofreading for you. Then I want to talk about something. The main objective of the program is basically to see ways on how also you sharing your innovations, your accomplishments in your organization, your place of work, and how are they going to impact other people's lives, and how do you expect when you come back from the US, how can it transform lives? How can it change lives? How can what you do impact lives? And give numbers. I believe when I come back, so many people, like maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, 100, yes, will benefit from this and this. I believe to always give my one day, my free day as a volunteer. I believe to support the youth in this and this. So this is it. If you are applying for the fellowship and all that you're applying for is to benefit your own business, they will not select you. Even if when you're applying for business, like when you're leadership in business management, but your business module is only helping you as an individual, they will not select you. Yes, you might be applying as a business and it is going to help others. Sorry, it is your own business, but when it is having a ripple effect in other people's lives, what do I mean? You are doing a business, but that business, it might be, I might, like a friend of mine, she has a health center in Nigeria, and what they do, they sell optic glasses, and they work on people who have cataracts in their eyes and all those. But it's a business, but it's a service because it's also benefiting other people. Yes, so let it benefit other people. So try to see ways, whatever you're doing, try to show the readers how is it benefiting other people. How is it adding value in other people's lives? How will it benefit other people, even after they want, even after you return to your nation? So let that one come clear. Let it be very clear from the word go. Let me hope I'm very clear on that. Now, with the remaining time, if you have any question, kindly write the questions down and share them. If you don't have any question, these are the take homes. Before answering the questions, kindly point number one, go and read about on the platform, the website, the Mandela Washington website. Read about that. Read that website to find out what do they want and what is the objective of why did they start this initiative. That is one. The second thing, organize yourself, organize everything. Look for every document that you need. Don't be lazy. This is a lifetime opportunity. So many people want it. The third thing, take time to proofread your work before you post it or before you upload it. Take time to proofread your work before you upload it. Then finally, on that issue, before you submit your work, be consistent. Just be consistent. Thank you very much. Now let me start answering this question. This was from Musa. He asked, are university students eligible? Yes, even university students, you can apply. Even a person who doesn't have a job, you can apply. As long as you believe what you're going to study will create an impact in your life and in the lives of others. Then, Abdul, you talked about which sector. You can apply in the leadership in civic engagement, if based on what you're doing, because you're in NGOs and all that. Then someone, Famata, you asked about, do you proofread? I can proofread, but you can also get people from your country, or you can build a relationship with people. Build a relationship with me before wanting me to proofread your work. Let me understand you. Let you also do some, like creating a relationship, yes, before telling a person to proofread. Because currently I have over 100 people who have sent me their work to proofread, but I can't proofread all that. I don't have that time. But also watch the videos. And I promise, last year I proofread over 80 applications from so many people. But I can tell you this, after the fellowship, some people, I am rest assured, there were 5 people who approached me when they had gone through and said, thank you very much, you have qualified because of you. But I don't know others. Whether they went through or they didn't go through, they didn't get back to me. They didn't even say thank you. And they have never come back to me. So that is not good. But if you build a relationship with a person, you can always keep on moving and keep growing. Africans, we should take away this mentality of only wanting to become friends to people who have money. You need all people. Whether the person has money or they don't have money. I might not be having the cash that you need, but I might be having the connections that you need. I might be having the knowledge that you need. I might be having the networks that you need. So let us mind about building meaningful relationships and connections. So, yes, I talked about this. You can put everything, because a person said there is only one column. How can I upload the CV, photos, and all that? Create a folder, put them under one folder, upload them under one folder. That one as a PDF, upload them as one PDF. Everything as a PDF. And those ones who are just joining us, I showed you how you can create the PDF. Now, Teacher Isaac from Uganda, you asked when is it starting? Probably it will. People will go to the United States. They usually go to the United States May, June there. May, June. Yes, so by May, June, I believe a number of people who are watching this video, you would have visited the United States by next year. And when you visit the United States, never forget God who has taken you there. And those ones who believe in Jesus, never forget Jesus. And that is one important thing. Just know that you have very many people who are applying. So put God first, so that even the people who are reading your application will be lenient. So pray. And even if that day when you're going for your interviews, may you go on the day when they are in their good moods. May the mercies of God speak for you. So, meaning, pray. Yes. Then another question was, my number. I shared my number. Kindly, if you don't have it, you go on Teachers TV Africa. You'll get my number there. You'll get it. And I believe currently we have come to the end of our session. I would like the remaining people who are live, at least each person, to share with me one thing that you have picked from this session. One thing, or 2 things, or 3 things that you have picked from this session. Don't just go off. Minor sharing. Kindly be kind enough. It will also be, it is more of feedback. Yes, it will inspire me to know that at least I've done something. If I've wasted your 2 hours, kindly forgive me, and I'm ready to pay back your data. But at least if there's one thing that you have benefited from this session, kindly share it here. Kindly share it here, that this is what I've learned. This is what if you haven't learned anything, or if I've confused you in one way, or you can also say this one has confused me, so that we can see ways on how to better ourselves and how to help others. As you are still typing, I know you are typing right now. Even if when you type, this video is going to upload in the next 10-15 minutes. It will be up on Teachers TV Africa YouTube channel. You can also go back. You can share. You can comment. You can tell people about Teachers TV Africa. And this is my request to everyone who has been watching and everyone who will ever watch this video. I've shared it out of love and genuine love. no string attached. So kindly help me also tell more people about Teachers TV Africa. Tell more people about what Teachers in Need does in Uganda. And also subscribe to our channels. We have a Facebook page, it's called Teachers in Need. We have another, and it's called Teachers TV Africa. Those are all Facebook pages. And also, let us keep in touch. Even if when this fellowship is over, let us keep in touch. Yes, even if when you have not made it. I said in the beginning, winners never quit, and quitters never win. Have that spirit. Yes, let it just be a lesson for you to learn something that you will use in your life, and that will also transform other people's lives. So I'm not seeing any comments, and I'm not willing to end this live without seeing some comments about what have you learned? What is your opinion about this session? And how are you going to use this information? So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for being good people. Kindly also tell your friends about this, share it with them to help them. Yes, we should have healthy competition. The person, it might be their time when it's not yet your time, and this information will help you. It might be your time, it might be their time. So you applying and your friend applying, it breaks no ice. And people applying from the same country, it also breaks no ice, because they are looking for so many things. There's a percentage of male that they are looking for. There's a percentage of female people that they are looking for. There's a percentage of this and that they are looking for. So as it doesn't break anything if you share this information with others to apply, you lose nothing. I'm Teacher Peter Okware. I'm the Director of Teachers in Need, Teachers TV Africa, Teachers Development Center, and Rising Star Schools. They are located in Uganda. I'm willing to always share, and I'm always open to share out of love. And if I ever come to your country or your place, kindly give us a good reception. And even if when it's not me, always be kind to others and have love. Let love lead. Above all, I will end with one thing. If you want to succeed in life, always put God first. Put God first. Put God first in everything that we do. May God appoint you. May God nominate you. Tell God to nominate you. If God selects you to be among the 2023 Mandela Washington fellows, God is the first person to select you. Then these other people will just be confirming. And God's authority is better than people's majority. If you have His authority on your side, you are far better. For me, I believe in Jesus, and I believe so many people might believe in different things. I believe for me where I am right now, even in the US, I thank the US government, but I'm here because of Jesus. He's the one who selected me, and He knows what I should be doing, not only for myself, but also for others. So kindly do one thing, always and always take time to pray. Before even submitting your application, kneel down and pray. Tell God, may your mercy speak for this application. And may I learn something from it. Even if when I'm not selected, I know you are prepared the best for me. Because good is not better enough. The best is yet to come in your life and in our lives. So out of all the fellows who apply, they are going to select 700. And may you be among the 700. And may you be among the people, when you come back, who will transform Africa. And even if when you're not selected, may you transform Africa. May you touch people's lives. May you be a solution to our societies. May you remove complaining and be a solution to your nation. May you be the change we need. And may you be the transformation we need. I would like to also thank one of my mentors, Michelle. I believe she's also watching, and Karen Lam at her home. Yes, she has done a lot for us, and at least even the internet. I'm using free internet. She paid for it. So those are the people whom we need. They succeed their success helps others also to succeed. So I'm very grateful to Michelle, and I'm also very grateful to everyone who has done whatever you have done to see that this live session is a success, and everyone who has contributed to Teachers TV Africa, and everyone who has subscribed, and everyone who has commented, everyone who is going to share, and everyone who will pray. Yes, prayer is the key, and prayer is the master key. Thank you very much. Have a good night. We love you. Here currently it is still daytime, as you can see outside. I'd like you to see this is Florida, the US, and look at the environment. It is still daytime, not yet night. And these are some of the things. When you come here, you're going to see these things. The way how these people have worked upon their nation is the way how they have greatly invested in making lives better. Let me remove that so that you can even hear the cars. So they have invested a lot, and you see that they are intentional. So one of the things that you'll benefit from the fellowship, it is going to challenge your minds. It is going to challenge your mind to see the development which is in the US. This is just a residential area. And one thing with all these residential areas, you'll never find a gate. People don't have those gates and fences that, like the ones that we have in Africa. Why? Because each person is empowered. Each person is well-to-do, and each person at least has worked upon improving their life because of the systems. So people don't have that fear that people will steal me, people will rob me, simply because things are well streamlined than the way how we do it in Africa. If you want to succeed as an individual, what it simply means that other people won't succeed and they will steal you. If you employ them, they will rob you, they will embezzle your funds simply because they are poor. So improving people's lives, and one of the things that you'll benefit from the fellowship is the challenge. For me, I was challenged because I always wanted to come to USA. I had never traveled out of Africa. Me as a mere teacher, where would I have gone anyway? Who would have invited me? But by the grace of God, I was challenged, and I've been challenged in the way how these people are organized. I would like to take you outside briefly so that you can see. I don't know whether you're seeing, but at least I would like to take you outside so that you can see the houses. Hope you're seeing there, the houses. Look at the houses, simple houses. People don't invest their money in just constructing houses of billions like the way how we do it in Africa, but they invest their money in things that matter. These are the people who are sponsoring your children. These are the people who are investing in Save the Children. These are the people who are investing in let me take you outside. These are the people who are investing. I'm taking you outside briefly. These are the people who are investing in and I would like also, as I'm taking you outside, I would like to also see whether you are still following. These are people who are investing in improving communities and societies. So look at their houses. Are you seeing? They don't put like the gates where you find that everyone is putting those fences and the gate whereby you are not seeing. Look at the gate in this neighborhood. These are just the wire mesh, I don't know how they call it. And look at the other house over there. And look at the roads. This is not town. This is a residential area. But all the roads, they're like this. So this is one thing, when you come here and you ever become a leader, kindly have this mindset of improving your country, of improving Africa. Look at the houses. And here every person has a car. Yes. Every person has a car simply because they don't have a lot of public means. So no gates. Whenever I walk around here, I've never seen any single gate. I've never seen any single fences, those high fences that we are building in Uganda, that we are building in Africa. So let this inspire us to think like these people and also to have this mindset. Look at the place. And over there, at least you can also see. These are just residential areas and everything is extremely sparkling. The places are neat. You'll never find people walking and loitering, and their population is quite big. So members, I hope you have learned something. I hope we have enjoyed. I would like to call it a day and allow some people to have a rest, to sleep. And I believe you have been challenged. Personally, I was challenged. And I'm planning, when I go to town, one of the days, I'll be showing you town, or I'll even be showing you the beach on Teachers TV Africa. So if you ever become a leader in your respective country, kindly don't encourage people to overinvest a lot of their money in fixed assets that don't create value. Why should you build a house of 10 billions? Why should you build a house of 10 billion? That money can help you, and it can help others to improve their lives. Why can't you build schools? Build a modest house. Build schools. Build hospitals. Let's build rentals so that others who can't afford to build their houses can rent. But you find an African, so many Africans, we have invested a lot of our money in building those things, and then we complain that the government is doing nothing for us. So if you are going to be a good leader, be a leader who is going to transform yourself and also transform other people's lives. So that is one thing which I've seen here. They don't do these selfish investments whereby the investment is helping one person, but everything they are helping others. So I know I'm talking, some of us here might end up becoming presidents, you might end up becoming ministers, and when you visit these places, pick something. At times I ask myself, when our leaders come to these nations, what do they pick from these people? And how is it reflected in our lives? So thank you very much. And that is the spirit why President Barack Obama wanted all the young African leaders to come to the US to learn these things and to see. If you come here and also just see the level of cars, I think you are seeing the cars. If you come and see the level of cars here, you'll even wonder. They are extremely good looking cars, amazing cars. So these are the things that we need also in Africa. So may God give you the grace to become very hungry. Not hungry about anything, but hungry about making a change in your life, and a change in your community, and a change in other people's lives. And may this video, may it give you a different thinking about Africa. Always know that we are the solutions we need for Africa. No one will transform Africa. We have to change the African narrative. We have to change our lives. No one is going to come and support you if they don't have an objective. So kindly learn how to be the change you need. And that's the best way how we can support ourselves. That is the best way how we can improve Africa. And that is the best way how we can transform lives. So I believe with that, we have learned something. And I believe we are going to become better people. I believe you have followed, and thank you very much for following. I'm sorry I've been using a phone, but next time we shall have better gadgets, because at least currently we have booked better gadgets. Kindly be a member. Be a member of Teachers in Need. Be a member of Teachers TV Africa. Be our ambassador in your respective country. Tell 20 people about Teachers in Need. Our vision is to reach 1 million subscribers. Assume if this information which I'm sharing with you, everyone gets to know it, where will we be? How can we be? At least we shall be better people. And always love your nation. I love my nation, Uganda. No one can love your nation like you. Love your nation and have real love. Above all, have the passion of improving people. Not every person who comes to you, ask them to give you money. No, but at least have the passion, have the desire, the burning desire to improve people. When you do that, even other people will improve your life. This program, one thing which I didn't talk about, you'll be even given some stampede. They'll give you over some good dollars, yes, some good money in dollars. A lot of money in dollars. So that will be good money for you to buy some things and also to support other things that you might be doing. Also to keep, to help you while in the United States. Yes. And from today, at least always try to connect yourself to people who matter. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook as Teacher Peter Okware. Yes, I'm also on Facebook. Don't forget to do that. So I'm very grateful. Thank you for watching. I don't take your time for granted, and thank you for liking. Thank you for clicking that red button, subscribing to Teachers TV Africa, and thank you for telling others to also subscribe. And as we end, tell yourself, we are the change we need, and we are the solutions we need. So in Africa, be the change we need, be the solutions we need, and may your application win, and may God win, and may God speak for you in Jesus' name. And we say amen, amen, and amen. Thank you. I love you in Jesus' name. Good night. Let us keep in touch on Teachers TV Africa, and let us keep in touch on our Facebook pages, Teachers in Need, Teachers TV Africa, on our Twitter page. I'm also on LinkedIn. And I'm also willing to proofread your application if we build a relationship first. And finally, 20 people, 10 people, encourage them to subscribe and tell them about Teachers TV Africa and Teachers in Need. May God bless you.